All right, everyone, we are back with Team O My Science versus Donkeys Are Us. I am going to try to use the Blizzard Enhanced UI one more time for the night.
Come on, Blizzard, don't fail me.
If not, you hate to see this kind of thing happen. But we'll see how it goes.
We also need to get you down to the observer slot. Every time.
Yeah, every time we always jump in at some point, and we're either on a team, and it looks like
There we go, Elhaim.
Elhaim was coming in. I dig that portrait from her though.
Yeah, the Ghost or Kerrigan portrait looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
portrait. It's not
it's
Roman
also
Reigns.
no,
Roman
but
Reigns.
it's one of the best skins that she has.
Yeah, the Queen of Ghosts is definitely like a beautifully well made skin. I prefer the red and yellow variant. I don't know why. Just it makes me think of. Nope, I'm not gonna weeb out on stream. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Definitely not. Well, I guess it's already too late that I just exposed myself as a weeb.
Rip.
As I watch the stream, watching myself have convulsions to the music.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, game number 1, we're going to see Dragon Chair again. Third time we've seen this map tonight. Which surprises me a little bit.
It's a favorite map. It's a great map to feel your opponent's coordination out on. See how well they respond to certain kinds of pressure, be it Merc, be it just Death Ball, Split Push. It's a really good map centered around a pilotable objective. And how does your opponent respond to how the objectives come out? So we're waiting for the lobby host to come back. So I am not playing for Donkeys R Us any longer.
Yeah, once that happens, we'll get underway. Let's see. I'm curious to see how these teams match up against each other, and just how dominant Donkeys R Us has just looked lately.
Yeah, the Donkeys R Us, definitely.
They haven't played each other yet, according to Ghosty Gamers, so this could be an interesting matchup between these teams. And it looks like I think Donkeys R Us is actually playing with a sub. Taliant is usually on their squad, but Slice Blade, I think, is standing in for Taliant.
I've seen Slice Blade on Donkeys R Us. I think he was there with them the last cup number 6. So
okay,
we'll definitely still just chilling out here. Hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. I know I'm having a lot of fun here with my good buddy DJ Stay Tight Tyrant.
Yep. Let's see.
People in game asking for the link to the Twitch stream. Let's welcome them here with open arms. The new viewers, much love.
Open arms and kappas.
Much love and kappa indeed to everyone who hits that follow button tonight. There we go. We've got everything sorted out at this point. I did see Jay Howe was watching us, and that's a pretty cool guy. It's someone you definitely want watching you.
He's a decent guy.
Oh, ooh. Is that-
No, I love J-How.
you pulling out that umbrella for that shade? I mean, he was with you for the birth of Stay Tight.
He was there, and it was
Awkward.
one of the funniest moments I've ever had.
Yeah. Poor Urho.
Yeah, it's caught in the middle.
Definitely. All right, everyone is readying up at this point, and we're looking forward to this first game between Oh My Science and the second place Donkeys Are Us, going on to Dragonshire. Should be fun. Fingers crossed the UI decides to work this time. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like mega annoyed.
Yeah, I hope it works for you as well. Like, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it is, because it's like somebody dies and I'm like, great, when's the death timer? No idea.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, hold on. Because I like the enhanced UI. It's just cleaner in my opinion. And it fits my scoreboard. Because that's what it was set up for. And then...
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine. And I know Jimmy's over there having secret conversations.
Always. I have like 14,000 windows open in my Chrome. It's awful.
Your Chrome is... Oh, God. You're one of those people.
I am one of those people. It bothers a lot of people that see it happen.
I have a lot of tabs open, but like at no point like do I have more than 10 open at one time. Like I get to like 15 and it gets annoying. But here we go into Dragonshire. Let's go to the draft.
Draft indeed. We go as first ban is going to be going to the side of dragons. I say this again. Donkeys Are Us. Why? Why am I screwing that up tonight?
It happens. We all get tongue-tied, but here we go on to Dragonshire. Donkeys Are Us.
Phantasmagorical 4.
You did it. I am.
Yes.
Now if we can get Charlie to say
Boom.
snitches get stitches, this game will be over and perfect. Let's get him on the call right now. I want to hear him say it.
There we go. First ban here. Maybe we'll see Dahaka banned out if they don't want to pick up Dahaka. First pick. Genji as well as a possibility, but they did show the Genji earlier in that last series and had a huge amount of success.
Yeah, they definitely did have a huge amount of success with the Pro Genjo right there. We're looking... and they decided to ban the Pro Genjo after hovering ETC for more than half their time pool. So, they definitely don't want Genji on the board. Maybe they feel like this could potentially mess with whatever comps
we
are going
see our
for.
first Tastar ban of the night.
And we're up in the higher I'll say skill
Yeah.
bracket at this point, so it's expected. We do see the near instant pick Rhaegar come out of Donkeys Are Us.
They really like that Rhaegar.
Yeah, they used it to great effect. Dahaka,
Ooh, the double globals.
just no hesitation out of Oh My Science right there. And okay, we see your Rhaegar. We'll up you double global mobility in return. So being told that Oh My Science needs to place third in order to make it into 8th place. Thanks Hero Physio for that, a fellow caster, for that heads up.
Yeah, thank you for that. Really appreciate that. That's good to know going forward. And well, they have to beat Donkeys Are Us, and that's a very difficult task, I think, going forward. But I don't know. Maybe they could surprise us. We've seen Donkeys Are Us struggle last HGC Open against you remember what team it is? I don't remember the name of it.
It was Team No Sleep. Team No Sleep definitely caught. It would definitely caught him off guard that first game, and I think at one point No Sleep ended up I think they ended the game on a 3-level lead over Donkeys R Us, which is just something you really don't see happen to these guys. I have yet to see it happen again, but the Donkeys R Us definitely adjusted their strat and fired back with 2 really solid games against Team No Sleep right there. But
And you never know when a team is hungry to make it into these playoffs and kind of has their back against the wall. They sometimes those teams really come to play then at that point and make some crazy things happen. And Donkeys R Us is pretty secure where they are right now. I'm not saying that they'll take their foot off the pedal, but it could make them susceptible to some strategies. And Malthael getting hovered on as a ban, and it looks like it is going to be locked in for them.
yeah, that's a really smart ban coming out of Oh My Science right there. Definitely don't want the extra damage from the Malthael coming out onto your tanks to pretty much anyone breathing in the game, or not breathing, I guess, in the case of Leoric.
And speaking of people not breathing, Abathur is still available. Although I don't know why I brought up Abathur. Dragonshire is not necessarily his greatest battleground.
No,
I guess because of the gray mane here made me think maybe an Abathur would be coming out.
yeah, I liked them hovering the Garrosh band. They might be going with the Gul'dan band too, which I also really like, because that's Horrify is gonna ruin the melee's day, especially if Johanna hasn't popped Iron Skin. Gray Mane's in there deep. It could just spell a whole lot of trouble for Donkeys R Us.
A lot of really great heroes still available. This is kind of the fun part of seeing these higher level games deeper into HGC Open, as the meta shifts as we go further and further into these matches. Teams are a little more familiar with each other, or maybe in the case of this series, both these teams haven't played each other in HGC Open, so they could be really wanting to play it safe, and we'll have to see. There's a lot of supports available on the board. I mean, Uther is still around, and I'd really like to see Oh My Science pick this up, because it takes it away from the combo with Greymane going forward, and just is a great all-around healer.
Yes,
Ooh,
I like it.
yeah.
Big Red Machine with the Kael'thas. They're just going to leave that support for the last pick. There's a whole lot of different directions they could go with this. They could go mass globability and go Medevac Morales. They could take that Uther like you wanted. They don't really have anybody who would benefit too much from it. What I'm expecting to see is a Malfurion last pick. Malfurion would pair absolutely amazingly with his Shadow Charge into a root combo. Kael'thas follows that up.
What? Okay, this is getting exciting. This is a hero. This is a hero we don't see very often. Samuro, not the strongest assassin, but oh my gosh, they're rotating the skins around, so we have to hear the darn monkey every time. But really strong on Dragonshire, being able to take camps really easily and adding pressure into these lanes. It's going to be Li Ming as well, so really high damage coming out from Donkeys R Us in the game number 1 on Dragonshire.
Really, what I think the Samuro's purpose is going to be the jungler and follow-up damage after the Greymane and Li Ming go in. I suspect the Samuro is going to be a flanker in this case, looking to come in from behind after the team engages, try to lay down a lot of confusion with those clones, Blade Storm, or maybe we'll see the Illusion Master come out as well. That would be pretty sick. I'd appreciate that, because I don't think Illusion Master gets nearly enough love in this case, but I feel like the Samuro is definitely going to be the jungler of this particular game. And now I bet Oh My Science is kind of regretting that Tassadar ban.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tassadar would just, hey, there he is, right there. So we're gonna look at this. We see
Okay.
the Lucio. Okay, there's your healer.
We're seeing Lucio more and more as the meta kind of shifts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised too much by this. Gives you a lot of AoE healing potential. The only problem is pre 10, it's going to be, I think, a losing fight for Oh My Science. At least going straight up against Donkeys R Us. They're going to have to really look for picks. If they can catch Samuro off guard, they could potentially get some rotations that way. Also Li Ming, but both of those are assassins that are, well, all the assassins actually on the side of Donkeys R Us, Greymane as well, all have really solid escape tools. So it's going to be tough for them, I think, to even get a pick. Early game, at least.
Yeah, it really is. And of course, the UI doesn't work. I love it.
Love it. Oh My Science, though, will be spawning on the left side in the blue here. We have Hot Show on the Diablo, Troy 1010 on Dahaka, CPX playing the Kael'thas, Rapid Beast mounting on the Falstad, and Legacy playing the Lucio.
And on the side of Donkeys R Us, we got Jin on the beautiful Natalie Dormer. We've got LZ Gamer on Samuro. We've got Slice Blade on Greymane, Elium on the Rhaegar, and Soyasarian on the Star Princess Li Ming.
We have our Dahaka taking enhanced agility at level 1. What do you think about that?
That's the go-to for Dahaka, honestly. There's not really a better talent at 1 for him because you get so much incredible value out of that movement speed. Like, you can run people down who are mounted with enhanced agility once that quest is completed. So here we go. We see the rotations from Oh My Science coming up against the stable wave clear of Donkeys R Us. Jin gets booped a little bit by the Lucio in mid. Nothing too bad for Jin. Nothing he can't handle. But the matchup I'm fascinated with right now is LZ versus Rapid Beast in the solo top lane. The Samuro versus the Murden. However, I missed First Blood because why not? Welcome to Nexus Commentaries.
Yeah. I missed it as well, but it looks like a really strong rotation from Oh My Science to enable that kill. And we do see now a big rotation up top once again. And Falstad's able to flap his wings behind the wall and survive, tapping that wall to stay in lane here and contest this push from LZ.
Yeah, Donkeys R Us was falling a little bit behind there, but they're definitely controlling up that bottom for the moment. They rotate out. That's just going to enable that Li Ming to snatch that bottom shrine back up. She does so, but LZ Gamer and company are definitely pushing this.
But Jin in the middle is going to get taken out here by a 4-man rotation from Oh My Science. A really big rotation, but Dahaka comes up top lane, potentially looking for a pick here, but also getting turned around on himself, and does use the trait to heal back up, though.
Right now, Slice Blade versus the Dwarf on a Bird, and that's a pretty favorable matchup for Rapid Beast, if I'm honest. Samuro, watching this Dahaka try to take this top, he decides that he's just going to pop his Dark Swarm and get out of dodge as Samuro maintains control of his top shrine. As we see a rotation bottom, coming Soy Yosarian backing off wisely. Oh My Science forcefully reminding her that this is my shrine. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
We were talking about Samuro being a jungler early on, but Rhaegar kind of enables anyone to really be a jungler, and we're seeing Greymane and Rhaegar quickly pick up that night camp, and Rapid Beast getting rotated on, but is able to glide his way back as both teams controlling one of the shrines. Soryasarian has to play really careful in this bottom lane as they get aggressive on the Kael'thas and Diablo. Diablo, Rapid Beast, though, in quite a bit of trouble, is going to get taken out here by the aggressive play of Elheim.
Slice Bite's definitely got to be a little bit careful, though. And Troy coming in on the Dahaka. He decides to pop his trait as he's now running for his life. Legacy also coming in, but this top 4 is definitely going down. There's not a lot he can do to stop it. The illusions from LZ Gamer as a Diablo out of nowhere comes in on Slice Blade looking for the kill. Troy burrows in, but in the chaos, Donkeys R Us ends up getting the Dragonite, and Jin's already going to work.
Yeah, he is. Hot Show's in a little bit of trouble, but it is a I forget what they're called. I can't remember the images from Samuro. Not able to pick up that kill, and able to tap well. Gets back to that 100% HP. And we're gonna see the middle lane get pushed back now, and I'm surprised there were no kills really in that engagement because everyone was so low on both sides.
Ooh, Slice Blade could be in a little bit of trouble right here. The Greymane tries to engage on it, decides better of it at the end, and decides to save his Razor Swipe for better things. The drag going on to the Dragonite just now. But
And this-
Jin, yeah, got put in a little bit of a bad position when that Dragonite popped.
Yeah, and the Dragonite really didn't get a whole ton of value, but we do see a big rotation now from Donkeys R Us. Just pressuring a little bit as they pick up the camp aggressively on the side of Oh My Science, and just continuing to push back this Falstad, and he is just having one of the worst days of his life.
Yeah, this is a really hard lane, and now we see Yosari and LG Gamer and Jin going in for this siege camp. Hotcho decides maybe I want some of this action. This is probably not the kind of action the Big Red Machine would want. Yosarian, though, taking a lot of damage. Jin going in with that condemn.
Yeah, so this is another invade by Donkeys R Us, able to pick up the siege camp. It is going to get cleaned up, but it takes it off of the board for Oh My Science to be able to use, and they're kind of just pushing a little out of control here. And Donkeys R Us, it could quickly snowball as they do pick up their heroics. Cursed Bullet, Blessed Shield, Wave of Force, Illusion Master,
All right, let's
and
go.
Ancestral Healing.
I love it.
Illusion Master we see very rarely, but this could get really exciting.
Yeah, I really want to kind of focus on LZ Gamer at this point, just so we can watch his ability to micro these illusions when that's going on. But we got our next shrine phase coming up, and that night camp doing a little bit of work will be cleaned up pretty easily on the side of Oh My Science. Their level 10s are now out as well. Apocalypse, Adaptation, Phoenix, Mighty Gust, and Soundberry. Nothing very surprising right there. LZ Gamer moving into using that Illusion Master to take the shrine. I bet he's gonna bounce back in. No? Utilizing
Decides against it. No, he did bounce back in.
Bounce to the low health one right there. That was a really smart decision, I feel, out of him. Utilizing the micro ability that we see LZ Gamer go in on Troy at this point. Li Ming does go down in the bottom in an oops moment. Missed another kill. Swing and a miss. Batting 1,000 so far, I guess.
I swear, Dragonshire is one of the hardest maps to observe just because there's constantly stuff coming down. Here comes Dahaka, though, to help rotate in on the Greymane, pushing him back a little bit. Oh, gets the cleanse to resist the drag. And now we're going to see both teams try to control this this bottom shrine as Jin and Legacy kind of going at it. An odd matchup between Warrior and Sport, but Diablo joining the party in the bottom lane, getting Jin to back off and securing them, keeping that shrine in their favor. And Falsehead has a heck of a lot of work to clear up here.
Yeah, that is an awful lot of camp coming in, but we do see a little bit of a skirmish breakout in the mid lane, in that little triangle bush, the bush of love, as I call it.
Yeah. Hacho taking the orb there for a lot of damage onto him, and now we do see Donkeys R Us is able to take over this bottom shrine, but they lose the top shrine in the process, and this is the back and forth between really evenly matched teams on Dragonshire.
Yeah, this has been a much closer game than the structure score represents at this point. The Apocalypse does go off of engagement into the middle. Johanna pops her iron skin to avoid the damage from the Apocalypse, but Diablo goes in on the Samuro, and Samuro just pops Illusion Master and gets out. LZ Gamer in a bit of trouble.
What a blessed shield, though. Holy crap, that locked down so many members of Oh My Science, and they're just trying to interrupt this dragon, but I think they just have to give it up unless they want to donate more lives here. And Diablo is going to be the next to drop. Ancestral goes on to Slice Blade, and that enables them to continue pressing forward. Almost gets Legacy with the Gilnean Cocktail.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage hitting that wall and exploding all over the Brazilian's face. That was very, very scary there for a minute. We see LZ Gamer moving on to this bottom fort right now. The orbs are flying from the Star Princess. So Yossarian working on that cube. The Dragonite just slapping things around with his axe at this point. And if you're Oh My Science, there's no real easy way to engage into this.
Yeah, there really isn't. It's really a difficult proposition for them as the dragon trying to get someone behind the wall and just kind of pathing there as Gilnean Cocktail quest gets completed here. The Incendiary Elixir and Greybean's power just gets even greater as we go forward. Falstead out out by himself here in the top lane. The rotation is coming. I think he still has his trait up, so he might be able to try escape. Blessed Shield was used there as yeah, there we go. The trait is used. The Gust was used as well for disengage. So a couple heroics for a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, it was Wave of Force was also used to initiate with, and that bounced him out of the way of, was it Wave of Force? Yeah, it was Wave of Force. And that bounced him out of the way of the Blessed Shield. So Li Ming kind of
anti-synergy.
Yeah, Oh My Science's best player at the moment. And Oh My Science coming in to take the siege camp. Yossarian, if he moves off to the side, barely misses that Fire Stomp from Diablo, and both both siege camps end up getting taken pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, the rotation up top, though, is able to get the Falstad. But here comes Oh My Science, turning around a 3-for-2 engagement to begin. But LT Gamer is bringing up the rear. Could be able to go on. Goes on to CPX on the Kael'thas. The bird gets dropped down. The APOC connects on a couple. But are they able to follow up on this? They do get the leaping, or the Kael'thas. Oh my gosh, what a disaster.
Oh, they almost had the Rhaegar right there. He was so close to death. If they had 16, Diablo would have had to follow up for it. With the domination, giving him that shadow charge reset, and it would have been enough damage, but instead, Oh My Science is gonna lose the keep at this point. I don't think we hear the cursed bullets go out, and
wow,
it almost kills Elium, but this is no bueno for Oh My Science.
Yeah, this is going to be another dragon in their favor. This very quickly got out of control for them. 3 levels now in favor of Donkeys RS, as well as the talent tier at 16. Jin just hanging out in mid, waiting for that Dragonshire to get picked up. But it is going to be Oh My Science picking up this bottom shrine. And potentially grabbing this camp with his, which is a super risky play.
Greymane
Okay.
was just not convinced there was nobody there, and he's going to be proven right. They were just in the wrong spot. The Ancestral does land onto the Greymane. He is trying to get out of dodge. Rapid Beast in a lot of trouble. Li Ming throwing a whole lot of damage onto the Birdman, but Soyo Sarian does go down eventually. The sound barrier from Lucio doing a lot of work, saving Rapid Beast and Hotcho right there. Jin is also going to be in a little bit of trouble. Diablo is really hungry for blood. And
Yeah, but-
it just messes with me every time I see a cursed bullet hit a tank.
Yeah. But in the midst of all this, though, we have LZ Gamer just continuing to push this top lane. It is going to force out a response from Rapid Beast. The engagement continues in this bottom lane. Jin gets dragged in. Is he going to be able to have, does he have that available? And we do see, oh, the turnaround on the Lucio, the Blessed Shield, locking him in place and eliminating him. Tahaka is so low. LZ Gamer thirsting for blood, gets the kill there. And another on Diablo. Kale is going to be next to go down.
I believe that's just going to be game just straight up at this point.
Yeah, Winions are already on the core. We do have this keep actually take out some of these catapult minions, but they should be able to end it here. It looks like they are going to take it a little bit safe. Start taking the available camps on the board. Oh, they're safe in the sense that they're picking up the Dragon Knight.
Yeah. Dragonite pretty much secures you the game at this point. Level 20 Storm
March
Talents
down mid.
are coming out. We've got the Radiating Faith, Repulsion, Storm Shield. Let's see. The Three Blades Style. And Hunter's Blunderbuss.
Yeah, the Hunter's Blunderbuss is so good, and this is going to be a nearly impossible defense for a 15-minute dragon coming in onto this core and starting to put pressure on. Although they are starting to put a good amount of damage on it, the gust does come out. It doesn't really isolate too much, but the amount of damage on the core is so high. The Storm Shield comes out from Rhaegar, giving them just a huge amount of survivability, and they're going to be able to take game number 1 in convincing fashion.
Yeah, that was a pretty a credit to Oh My Science. They were really holding their own there for the longest time, and it was pretty impressive of how well they were keeping up with Donkeys R Us, and then Donkeys R Us just got a few favorable team fights going their way. Whoopsies, I forgot to hit a button. And they just kind of ran away with it at that point. And you can't really be mad at a loss like that when you hang with them so long and just one thing just kind of led to another, and then you're sliding. You're just sliding. The game just slides away from you. Slide. So.
Yeah. So I'm using, just unrelated to the game itself, I'm using Ollie's
Yeah, that's why
right now, and it works okay.
That's why I've switched to. I was just
Okay.
I just like.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I like the enhanced Blizzard UI. It makes me happy. So we're waiting on game 2 to come in. LZ Gamer. It should be coming up here very shortly. But I do believe this is our last game of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Should be.
Top 4 is tomorrow, so please check that out over at Arcane 8. Give them your love. Give them your support. They deserve it. They're the hardest working men in the business. Solid Jake and Jay Howe.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope to match their pace one day.
One day we will be there.
One day we'll get there. But if you're just joining us, thank you for watching. Please hit the like, hit the follow. If you're feeling froggy, hit the sub button.
Yes.
Our sub emote is on its way. It's been submitted. It's lovely. It's spammable. Abuse it. Hit that sub button if you're feeling fresh. But yeah, that was a pretty solid performance coming out of Donkeys R Us. At no point did they really look like they were under any kind of panic, I should say. Oh My Science was definitely giving them the business at times, but Donkeys R Us just managed to just hold on, keep it together, make sure that they stuck to their game plan and didn't deviate from that.
Yeah, they did. It was just the Falstad got harassed the entire game and really couldn't do a whole lot to come online and help in team fights and provide that damage. And that was just a rough matchup for the Falstad player there. But they definitely showed glimpses of success against Donkeys R Us, and I'm really interested to see how they decide to draft things going into game number 2, because this is definitely the toughest Donkeys R Us has had to play all night, which is, I guess, expected as you go deeper into the bracket.
Yeah, it definitely is. Every once in a while you run across a team that catches you off guard. Again, the example of Team No Sleep last week actually taking a game off of Donkeys R Us. I know that had to have caught them off by complete surprise. So, but again, Donkeys R Us show that they're the number 2 team in NA in the HGC Open for very, very good reason. Their ability to remain cool under pressure is pretty up there. I very rarely see them make any kind of panic play that you see from other teams. They're a very calculating team, in my opinion.
They really are. And having a little bit of a break here in between game number 1, game 2. These are high level games and really important for both teams going forward. More so for Oh My Science.
Yeah, this is actually a very important game for Oh My Science. As mentioned by Hero Physio in chat earlier, that if Oh My Science manages to land 3rd place tonight, they most likely move into the top 8, and that puts them in the playoff contention. So the top 8 is definitely a spot you want to be in here, as it gets you into the tournament and a shot at the Crucible matches to get into the HGC league.
And yeah, the eventual winner of that of the brackets of the playoffs of HGC Open will face either Even in Death or Lag Force in that Crucible match, which should be quite exciting. I'm really excited to see how these teams fare against the HGC Pro teams. But it's going to be exciting because I feel like the competition for HGC Open has been a bit stronger. The split versus the last one. And we talked about it all night already, but Heroes Earth just looks exceptionally strong. Donkeys R Us looks strong too.
Yeah, like either if the season ended right now and Heroes Earth and Donkeys R Us were just given the bids for the Crucible, we would have 2 new teams in the HGC. Like, I really think that Donkeys R Us could take Lag Force and Even in Death, and by that note, Heroes Earth could definitely take Lag Force or Even in Death. Like, I don't see a world where these. Though I'll give Lag Force credit.
They've shown some signs of life the past few weeks.
Right, but it's more of a Frankenstein kind of life. Like
Possibly, yeah.
you've shocked the corpse and it's now getting up and it's kind of angry, but it's too late because it's already dead.
Hmm.
You know, um, I do hope they survive their HGC their Crucible match. They are my favorite villains, not named Team Freedom. Um, they're just the team I love to dislike. And I would feel weird
Hmm.
without them in the HGC. Let's just open up 2 more slots. Let's make it 10 teams. Easy.
There you go.
So
10 teams. Oh my gosh.
we are.
We do have our game number 2 as we got into lobby. It's going to be on Infernal Shrines, which we've also seen tonight as well. So seems like a lot of the same battlegrounds these teams picking up. We saw Dragonshire three series in a row, which was really interesting and exciting and challenging for everyone involved.
Yeah, definitely. I am surprised we haven't seen any Towers of Doom or Battlefield of Eternity. That is the thing that has shocked me the most, if I'm honest. But here we go. Infernal Shrines, game 2. Donkeys are us up 1-0 against Oh My Science here in the HGC Open Cup number 7 for North America. The final cup before the playoffs. The most important games are played tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. As we wait for everyone to load in so we can get started, I believe Donkeys R Us is on the right side, so they get first pick, first ban as well. So Infernal Shrines being Oh My Science's pick here. Last time we saw Donkeys R Us on this battleground, we did see them ban out Sonya very early on. I think it was first rotation. Not wanting to deal with that in these shrine phases, and I can't blame them for that. But yeah, we've talked about the AoE potential for a bunch of different heroes, the Vala, the Sonya, etc. Not EGC, but etc.
We do see the
Okay.
ETC band come out, and that's really a smart. I'm from Boston all of a sudden. It's a smart band.
That's a spot ban.
Jimmy, you're too Hollywood to try a Boston.
I know.
accent.
I know.
It's okay, buddy. I still.
I tried my best. My best wasn't enough.
You're trying my best. My best wasn't good enough. We're probably gonna see a Dahaka band come out. If I'm honest, Dahaka, you really just don't want to deal with that. Zerg here, his global mobility. Alternatively, we could see an Arthas or a Sonya ban from Oh My Science. Sonya is really, really annoying to deal with on this map. Her ability to solo the shrines is honestly unparalleled. Nobody can solo a shrine as well as Sonya does.
Mm-hmm.
But
Most definitely.
We're looking at the Genji ban. If Donkeys R Us pick up Sonya first pick, I really won't be surprised.
Sonya or Rhaegar, I feel like
They do favor.
they've been really prioritizing the Rhaegar very, very early on
Yeah, they
in their drafts.
They've first picked him, I believe, 3 out of the 4 games tonight, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty accurate. And I almost wonder if they feel secure enough in picking Rhaegar here that they might be able to. Okay, it's going to be Tassadar. This is the first Tassadar game we've seen tonight. We've seen him banned a few games, but we haven't seen him picked up at all so far. So
Yeah,
we'll have to see what kind of shenanigans Donkeys R Us is up to.
yeah, maybe Donkeys R Us have like the previous game with featuring them. Maybe they've gotten a measure of their opponent and know what they can go with. They did go with the tests. They went with the test at our comp. Game 2 against Modo Gaming, and really, they really went with a highly aggressive comp right there. I have no idea what that emote is, Jay Howe. Oh, it's a
Let me
J-House
take a
emote.
look.
It's a J-House sub emote. Okay. So, thanks for watching, buddy.
Yeah, 44. What? That's good. I like it.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
we see the Rhaegar and the Sonya get picked up probably after a lot of debate, and I really love these two picks.
no, these are great. I mean, you have the additional damage from the lightning bond onto Sonya, and gosh, that skin is gorgeous for Sonya. I have to say, the Death Knight Sonya skin.
It really is. Now, in terms of heroes that can solo the shrines effectively, there's Arthas and there's Greymane left on the board. But the two best shrine soloers right now are on the side of Oh My Science. So I feel like this is a little bit of denial for objective strats coming out of Oh My Science, and I don't hate that idea. I think that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, it is a really smart idea coming out from them. Now it's going to come down to execution. Can they win these races on the shrines? Can they keep the Sonya alive from any burst potential? Because Tastar is going to bring online something really bursty, and it's going to be, though, Murden and Leoric first picked up before we see any sort of assassins coming out from them. And they're continuing to hide how they want to engage in team fights.
Okay. So,
against Oh My Science.
so here's what I'm thinking on the side. Yeah, ban that tracer out. You don't want to deal with the tracer. You ban that or the Illidan. Illidan has a little bit more utility on this map thanks to his pseudo global presence with the hunt and his ability to solo shrines. But I don't hate the Tracer ban either. Tracer or Tassadar, always an absolutely annoying combo to deal with. And with the Leoric and Murden backing her up, that would be a whole lot of trouble coming somebody's way. Now, what I'd like to see on the side of Oh My Science is the only thing that worries me is it leaves them a little light in the stun department. But they're not really facing anything yet that needs stunned against Donkeys R Us. So, Arthas, another great solo Shriner, can either function as a main tank or a solo laner, but you already have Sonya, so you can build a little more tanky with the Arthas in this case. And then, God, I had the idea. It was Arthas and a damage dealer. Oh, but they banned the Greymane out. So
yeah,
they
removed that from the table, and I like them getting the Greymane off, just because he enables so much for Oh My Science if they were able to have picked up the Greymane, and they're going to have a tough choice, I think, really, because like I was saying, Donkeys R Us is kind of hiding how they want to really engage in these team fights and on the objectives going forward, and so they probably need to pick up that warrior like you were talking about. It's going to be Tyrael, though, along with the Gul'dan. Gul'dan, another great AoE damage dealer, able to pick up those minions on the shrines quickly, and also a great laner. So they have a lot of pushing potential from their big damage dealers right now in Sonya and Gul'dan, and we'll just have to see how does Donkeys R Us respond. They need a second support and a damage dealer.
Yeah, they do, but I'm a little worried about the total amount of damage on the side of Oh My Science. I feel like if Oh My Science can grab a Vala, it'll round everything out very, very nicely here. But we're going to see Vala be picked up from Donkeys R Us and the Ariel. Oh. The Holy Trinity comes to play on Infernal Shrines, and I'm wondering if Oh My Science is kind of kicking himself for that.
Protect the Vala composition coming out, and that's the thing about picking up Tastar first, is you have this huge flexibility on picking up your hard carry, and Vala in this position. Yeah, there's a lot resting on those shoulders.
There we go.
But oh my goodness, this is going to be fun.
I love that Malthael last pick. Malthael's going to get a ton of value with Sanctification, Horrify, Ancestral if he needs it. The Sonya engage, the Tyrael engage. I'm really digging All My Sciences draft right now. But again, they're coming up against the Holy Trinity. You know, Vala, Ariel, Tassadar. It's going to be incredibly painful to just get on her.
It is, but I feel like the burn potential for these shrine phases heavily is going in Oh My Science's favor. Yeah, you have the Vala, and she does put out a lot of damage, but she's not going to be able to burn these down nearly as fast as the Sonya Malthael Gul'dan combo, plus Rhaegar adding damage. So it's really going to come down to the shrine fights and how these teams execute on this. As game number 2 is underway, we have on the left side, Oh My Science, we have Hot Show playing Tyrael, Troy 1010 on the Sonya, CPX playing Gul'dan, Rapid Beast on the Malthael, and Legacy on that Rhaegar.
And on the side of the number 2 team in NA in the HGC Open, Donkeys R Us, we've got Slice Blade on the Tassadar. Looks like LZ Gamer is going to be rocking on the Diablo, Elium on the Ariel, Soy Yosarian looks to be playing the pink Vala, and Jin on walking his way up there with those short little legs on the Muradin. And both teams kind of like poking around. Oh My Science being a little more careful with all 5 in the mid, but the typical tactic that we see out of Donkeys R Us, they all hide in this bush with the Holy Trinity in the top, leaving Muradin to fend for himself in mid. And here comes Rapid Beast on the Malthael to kind of see what's going on, sees that there's 3 there, and is like, yeah, no,
calling for a rotation right now as we have the Gul'dan and the Rhaegar coming up to help out Rapid Beast as he goes forward. We do see a late pickup of that level 1 talent on Muradin. Going to be the perfect storm, looking for a little bit of extra damage onto that Q. And we do see the rotation come once again, leaving Tassar in this top lane solo. Malthael, though, does return to the top lane and going to be contesting this lane.
Yeah, he is, and this should work out pretty well for the Tassadar, in my opinion. Little too elusive for the Malthael to stay on, unless there's a grievous error on Slice Blade's part.
Oh, a big rotation up to the top lane. Hotcho taking quite a bit of damage. Did get hit by the Ariel's CC there, and it does have to back out. And we do have this interesting matchup. LZ Gamer playing the Luaric up against the Sonya, draining the hope of Sonya right now, though. And the slow comes in. Lots of damage going on. Yeah, in the top lane. All sorts of action on this battleground to start things off.
Trey taking a lot of damage right there from LZ in the bottom lane, but this shrine is now active on the bottom. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher, and Sonya already going to work, getting that health back up thanks to the Whirlwind. And Force coming out on the side of Donkeys R Us. We've got the Kala's Embrace, the crowd control. It's an interesting pick, Heavy Burden.
They're going to push off Oh My Science off of the shrine here, but wow, and they took a quick lead, though. Donkeys R Us actually winning this race so far. I'm a little bit surprised, but really showing the power of Vala again. They just get a huge burst of minions there. Rapid Beast taking quite a bit of damage, is going to get pushed off of the shrine here. Does get hit by LZ Gamer. Not going to be killed yet, but this is going to be a very quick Punisher on the side of Donkeys R Us, and shame on me for doubting the race on Donkeys R Us's side.
Yeah, punishment on the Vala coming in a great deal. Jin jumps in. He wants blood on this. Looks like the Tyrael right there. See if Tyrael can get any value out of the trade. Not much, but yeah, like I.
Oh, they're gonna pick up Rhaegar as well. Jin, recognizing that Rhaegar was completely out of position, takes a lot of damage in return, but the healing of the shielding as well, and the Gul'dan is going to drop, and Sonya is going to drop as well. And Wow, this is quickly spiraling out of control in Doggies R Us's favor. Oh, Rapid Beast is going to get taken down as well.
That was I'm gonna call it lemmings. They all kind of just filtered in one at a time and all dropped off the cliff one at a time.
Yeah, they really did, and it's that's putting them 3 levels behind already. 4 minutes into this match.
Yeah, that is a giant gap right now. Trey clearing out the wave up top as we see the aggressive siege camp taken out. That fountain is already gone.
I love that. That was enabled by the vision from Tassadar. It's a little trick for those looking for more value out of their gameplay. That's a little something you can do with that camp on that side. Give vision, and it's able to clear out that Hella Fountain really easily, as we see Donkeys R Us execute that so well. And in the top lane, we actually see LZ Gamer really just able to do whatever he wants up against the Sonya here. Sonya taps the well, but still a lot of damage. Oh, and of course, as I'm talking about that, Chaos breaks down in the bottom lane here, and Malthael does get taken out.
Yeah, Donkeys R Us pushing the action fast and hard in this early game. Almost 6. We'll get their level 10 in about 20 seconds or so, maybe. And that's going to put Oh My Science at an extreme disadvantage. The punishment from Vala just getting all kinds of value. If we look at the stats real quick, Vala's already got 17,000 damage. Next closest is Leoric with 11, and the Gold Dan at 14k.
And we're seeing Donkeys R Us just continuing to push in this bottom lane with this camp and really keeping Oh My Science in this bottom lane. And Murden's going to just solo take the shrine up in the top lane. Sonya still not rotating up to aggress against that. And they're just continuing to put pressure in this bottom lane. They're going to get these towers, at least one, going forward. And then we do have Malthael actually going in with Sonya. Jin in a little bit of trouble in the top lane, should be able to walk out of this. I believe he still has Dwarf Toss available if it gets really dicey. And here comes the rotation from LZ Gamer. This is bad news for Malthael. He's going to get taken out here.
Yeah, the March of the Black King coming in play. Sonya does get the kill, and now has to worry about getting out. Spins against the Drain Hope, and Troy has to be very careful. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, this bottom lane still was continuing to get pushed out. They didn't pressure the keep, but they did get that wall down. They got the towers down, so they have a big avenue towards a victory should this bottom shrine become active once again for the next infernal phase. LZ Gamer just cleaning it up, doing work on the objective. Going to be getting themselves a Mortar Punisher, pushing out this top lane.
Yeah, Leoric just doing Leoric things up here in the top, using the Cleave and Crypts to clear the shrine out. And really, this Leoric is no slouch in his ability to solo shrines as well. Jin jumping in, looking for the Barbarian Princess. He's not going to find her, going to go home an angry short man instead.
Yeah, not able to pick up that rotation there, but we do see this Punisher pretty healthy, going to be pushing down. Oh, Tassar does get killed in the bottom lane. There was a bit of a push from Oh My Science, and they do get a little bit of something in their favor from their pressure down there, but they still have this Punisher to deal with. It's still very healthy, and the stun on the mouth.
God, so much damage. Hacho is also in a world of hurt right now. The Horrify did come out. Hacho trying to use Eldrin's Might to get out. Gul'dan goes down in meantime. The Punisher looking for someone else to jump on. Sanctification does go down from Material, saving everybody for a little bit longer. Everyone gets kind of healed up to full, but they're going to go right back down. The Punisher does fall. The Fort is going down in the meantime. 3v4 at the moment. Testar is running his little Protoss legs as fast as they can carry him. The spooky, scary Skeleton Walk comes in from LZ Gamer onto Troy. They're going in even harder. Malthael pops the Tormented Souls. Crystal Aegis down onto Leoric right now. Nice skeleton swing right there. Leoric goes, or not the Leoric. Tyrael goes down. Sonya goes down.
Oh, Tyrael's damage onto Vala is enough, though, but they do actually push back Malthael. Malthael could get Jhin here in the midst of the CPX. Getting pushed back by Usarian, and I thought they could pick up a kill, but they do get a second kill. 2 for 2 overall. Rapid Beast looking for more. Should be able to pick up Usarian here, but Gul'dan is going to get taken out in the process, and now the turnaround is complete on Takis R Us. Legacy going to get taken out as well. Rapid Beast in a world of trouble. A stun here is just going to absolutely eliminate him as Hacho and Troy come out here, and they're going to be able to turn things around as well. So huge back and forth here, but in the midst of this, level 15 is here for Donkeys R Us, and they are so far ahead in structures right now, having that keep down in the top lane, having just a lot more map pressure already out on the battleground here.
Yeah, but if I'm Oh My Science, you're down 2 levels at this point. You want some more of those chaotic even trades at this point. So if it's an even trade, it's only going to benefit you if the right heroes go down. They're gonna get the boosted XP.
The boosted XP, but also as long as they don't lose structures in the meantime. This is going to be a Arcane Punisher in the bottom lane here, and if Donkeys R Us is able to pick this up, this is a lot of pressure onto this keep. Probably most likely a keep going down should they pick this up, but would you see Oh My Science? They're starting to whittle away these minions and getting ahead very early, but they're going to get pincered by Donkeys R Us, and they have 16 to contend against.
Yeah, Murden has to jump out. The Poison Spirit coming onto him, but Leoric, all that hell just comes back. But don't think nice crystal agents from the Ariel right there. LZ Gamer, the sanctification, I believe.
LM gets taken out. Sarian gets taken out as well. And this is a turnaround for Oh My Science. They're going to be able to pick up the Punisher off of this as they pick up a third hero. Jhin, really low. The trait does activate to start healing him back up. But could this be the turnaround for Oh My Science? They have an Arcane Punisher pushing this bottom lane. They do have to send someone back to top lane to deal with this Shaman camp. It is going to be Rapid Beast. Be able to clean that up. This is going to be a very quick port going down, and a nearly full Punisher pressuring this keep wall and more.
Yeah, they may be able to get a little bit more out of this if they play their cards right. It does look like Sanctification's down for another 60 seconds. All their ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah, the problem is, though, that they don't have level 16, and you want that level 16 for the Holy Ground for Tyrael to be able to control these fights better going forward. And they're actually going to have to back off of this as LZ Gamer is back up and harassing this back line, going immediately onto the Gul'dan. Sonya goes down as well as Gul'dan, and Malthael wasn't in that fight at all, and a 4v5 is broken out and not in the favor of Oh My Sciences. They overextend their welcome, and Tyrael is going to be able to escape.
Nope, he's not, because Vala's got Hot Pursuit, and she's got a Vault coming off cooldown soon, and Hacha didn't mount up. I believe she's got him. Yep, there it goes.
Yep, okay. I called that a little early. It looked like he was safe, but clearly not. And we're going to see this bottom keep get taken out by the power of Donkeys R Us, and I'm wondering if they might just go for game here.
I think it might be a little too early for them to core. If I were them, I'd wait for
with Jhin backing off, they're not going to go on there.
Yeah, you got a free keep your advantage. If they were still 3 levels up, yeah, they could definitely probably core at this point, but Sonya is just like really hungry at this point. The corruption from Gul'dan doesn't really hit anything in.
A good spear, though, to get away from the skeletal swing that probably would have resulted in her getting taken out in this game, spiraling out of control even further. I mean, this game is a kill or 2 away from Donkeys R Us just pushing down one of these lanes without a keep very easily. Oh, Sonya gets stunned out there. The cleanse does have to come out.
Death Shroud does miss. Maybe it hit Jhin. Could have been a corruption, though. Jhin actually kind of in a little bit of trouble. The Detainment Strike onto Sonya right there, but she gets the Ancestral Healing And Jin needs to get out. Sonya's got the Wrath of Berserker pop. The fear lands onto 3. They all just turn on Soyo Sarian right there. The Sanctification does come out. Crystal Age is onto Soy, saves his life. Sonya does die in the meantime. Archon getting tons of value right now. The Wrath, March of the Black King.
Rapid Beast needs to start getting some kills here to turn this around, but does get killed in the midst of this. Does get the Ariel, but this leaves just Tyrael against the world, and that's not going to work out for him.
No, not at all. And really, that's a 5 for 1 trade right there, and that's. I know I said take trades where you can, but not if you're going to lose all your team members.
Yeah, especially when a shrine is up and running. Donkey's RS just going to rotate up to this shrine here, grab this Frozen Punisher, and march their way to victory into the next round of HGC Open here, the 7th of this series. And we're going to see, oh my gosh, there are 4 catapult minions marching down this top lane. Sonya and Gul'dan easily going to be able to clean that up, but that was a scary sight to see.
Yeah, that was definitely a very, very massive creep wave coming in that had to get taken care of right now. We see Slice Blade kind of running interference, but yeah, if you're Oh My Science, you take this fight, you take it now. The Holy Ground. Oh, go ahead.
Jin taking quite a bit of damage, but that's not. You're not going to be able to secure that kill. But oh, the Aegis is just absolutely clutch. The heroic from Tyrael coming out to keep them alive. CPX getting the Ancestral. Are they able to keep themselves alive? Vala does drop here, but Legacy drops in the midst of this as well. Leoric drops, so a 2 for 2 trade though as Sonya does fall. And this is not what you want as Oh My Science. This is going to be game number 2 in the series. Going for Donkey's RS as this Punisher at 80% life is just pounding away at this core.
Yep, that is going to do it. The 4 catapults on the core plus the Punisher is going to... I want to say it was anticlimactic because... Donkeys R Us saw the opportunity to delay Oh My Science from getting back and defending against that Punisher, and they took it. Didn't matter how long it took or if they all died, they had enough pressure on core to stop them, and that is going to do it for the night. Donkeys R Us moving on to tomorrow and pretty much securing their spot in the playoffs at this point. And to really nobody's surprise.
As far as their seeding, yeah. So we are going to have Heroes Earth against Team Numerics tomorrow. And Imported Support versus Donkeys RS, our winner that we saw tonight.
That's actually really surprising to me because I'm usually used to seeing the big 4 right now are Heroes Earth, Donkeys RS, Flame is Lame, or Imported Support, unless Flame is Lame changed their name. I think Flame is Lame changed their name. It was talked about in the HGC Open Chat. And then Imported Support. So not seeing previously Flame is Lame is a little surprising to me. And congrats to Team Numerics making it on to tomorrow. Definitely securing themselves those points. Much needed to make their way into the playoffs. So... congratulations to Donkeys R Us once again. Good stuff from them. That's going to do it for us tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We really appreciate the support and really excited to see how this tournament ends out tomorrow. Is all 4 of these teams are really solid and they're just solidifying their spots in the playoff for Open coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. And look for us to cast some of that action. I believe it is open to NA is open to other casters to come in and cast some playoff games. However, if not, go check out Arcane 8. You know they will do a fantastic job, as they always
Mhm.
do. Much love to Solid Jake and Jay Howe holding it down for the amateur scene here in NA. Amazing, amazing guys. Any final shout outs for the night?
Just thank you everyone for coming and checking out. This has been a lot of fun, and the HGC Open has been really solid this year. I'm excited to see how it ends up in the playoffs in 2 weeks, and to see if NA can get some teams from Open into the HGC Pro.
That'll be definitely exciting to see as my cat goes insane. How this turns out for the two top teams that come out of this division. Also, again, if you liked what we did here tonight at all, please hit that follow button, hit that sub button. We do have a Patreon. If you feel like giving us some money, all your money that you give to us will go to good use. We do have reward tiers, everything ranging from us giving you a shout out at the end of every show to, that's right, Flame is Lame did get sponsored, to us setting aside a day of the week for us to cast our patrons' replays, which would be very exciting. Or if there's a tier where if you want us to follow a certain team, as long as it doesn't stomp on anybody's toes, we will follow that team for as long as they go in any chair league, NA open bracket, whatever. We will do that because we love our patrons that support us. So once again, thank you everyone for watching tonight. You guys are amazing. I love doing this for you. I love that Jimmy over here joins me every other Monday to help me cast this. He's an amazing guy. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Tyrant. Check me out on Twitter at Zexorus. That is it for us tonight, you guys. We will see you Thursday with some chair league action. And I believe it will be either the it'll be the semifinals with You Face Braxis against the Lizard Squad in Division 2 action. So that'll do it for tonight. Everybody, thanks again for watching. Much love and Kappa.